To start with, I got a piece of hardboard and covered it with gesso, and then blocked out the right with some oranges and yellows, and then the left with some blues. And then the first animal I painted was this big magpie. I'm in the garden today, which is great. So my second day on this painting, I like this side basically. I like this colour with the oranges and the yellows, but I really don't like this side at all. And it's too busy, and where I didn't wait for it to dry, where I didn't wait for the blues to dry and then put on the yellows, it's made this kind of muddy green. I hate it, so I'm actually going to bite the bullet and scrape off this and basically start over with this whole side of the painting. I want to make it works better where it's less fussy background so that the animals stand out, and I want to put more animals over this side, and this is just too busy and just looks chaos, so I'm starting again. I added some detail on this magpie and some pretentious slashes of paint, which I almost immediately regretted. And then I blocked out the left-hand side of the painting with a softer blue, although I think I then thought, actually, that's a bit too turquoisey, so I made it a deeper blue. This stage was fun. I used a Cricut Joy, which is a little 3D paper card cutter, to make a stencil of a giraffe, and then I sprayed that with some hot pink spray and lifted that off. That was really quite fun. So that was the second animal. Also, I've painted this little fox up in the top left corner, as you can see. And then I added a skunk up there and a badger, and then here I am painting a big bison, again in a kind of hot pink. And with this bison, I just wanted to block out the rough colours, almost like it's a paint by numbers or a colouring book. Over on the right there, I put a caracal. Over on the left, I painted a series of different deer, like a roe deer, axis deer, an ibex, and down the bottom there, a moose. All in kind of shades of blue and white. And then down the bottom there, I painted a gorilla, which I was quite pleased with. I tidied up this magpie and got rid of loads of the splats, and I added that Indian cobra on the right. On the left here, I blocked out this greater spotted eagle, and that was fun to paint. And then I put this loggerhead turtle in Posca pen and then tried to paint over the top of it a butterfly, but it didn't really take. This is a striped hyena. I added some more sort of petrol-y blues and greens to the feathers of that magpie and put a black rat down the bottom. I managed eventually to get that butterfly to cover up the loggerhead turtle, and I added that iguana down the bottom. That's a wolverine and another butterfly. And by the way, all of these animals have something in common. If you can figure it out, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. This is my finished painting, and I quite like how it adds a splash of colour to the room. I like the pink bison, he's cool, and yeah, there's the gorilla. I think there's some bits of it I like. I hate the muddy colours on this. I could never, I went over it and over it and it just always came out a bit muddy. I like the splash of light on that hyena. I'm not very fond of these dark ones around here, but they're alright. I hate these deers. I don't know why I did that. They look like cave paintings. Anyway, my wife likes this eagle, which is kind of funny. I think he looks like he's got one short leg up, like Declan Rice taking a corner. Cobra, he's kind of fun. I went a bit round the edge here, and I should have done that more because that's quite funny having it 3D. But overall, yeah, pretty happy with it. Let me know which is your favourite animal, or if you think I should get it back on the easel and add more. Let me know in the comments. Thank you again for watching.